Let us go. We are T minus 25 minutes away from round 5 of the Canadian Grand Prix at Circuit de Gilles Villeneuve. King George Russell of Kingsley in Norfolk kicks off on pole. It will get techie. Really good conversion rate. P1, P2, and you're normally in and amongst it. The average winner around here started from, I want to say, 1.98 on the grid. I've got stats somewhere, chat, I'm telling you. I've been doing research. What's going on, Sarah? What's going on, Johan? Sir John Perry, T Racer back in the house. Clive, Craig. It's going to get techie. Is Palo winning? I haven't had a chance to look at what's going on there. Are they going back to back? What's going on, Clive? Interesting that. Why would they run it at the same time? Does the Indy 500 always go? It's interesting. Right, I wanted to show you guys some things. Or at least talk you through some things. It is... Oh yeah, of course, Cameron. No worries. You crack on, Cameron. It's not like preparation is important. No one cares about the snake. Ugh, Dill Star. I was watching. Come on, let me tell you guys about this. 96 of you watching Kakuri, do me a favour and like the stream if you like the stream, of course. Let me tell you about this. I was watching you listeners' video on George and Kimi Antonelli, and he's misconstruing of the rules. Kimi says, listen, I had an axle alongside, or my front wheels were alongside of his axle. Mate, that's what happens if you're, or that's the permutations for a move up the inside of somebody. Did we talk about inside line privilege yesterday? If you're around the outside, mate, you've got to be in front, chap. That's why some say that trying to overtake a top level driver around the outside is something of a disrespect. You're going the long way round, and therefore if speed equals distance over time, you need to be going much faster around the outside. It gets techier than techie things, Dr. Fistus, and that's why Kimi Antonelli going between them there turns around which you normally don't go on the throttle. The one that they call George Russell was of course going to get his foot on the throttle with a view to fend off Kimi Antonelli. This is not F3 chat, nor is it F2. Kimi Antonelli around the outside as T Racer. To Trailer Park Girls and all that South Acura legend. Why is it hotter than the hottest thing? I feel like I'm in a volcano in the UK here. What's going on? Sweating like a I don't know. I was gonna say a very bad joke there. As long as you heard George say if the roles were reversed, you would have reacted the same. Easy G, you bet your bottom dolly would have. He's a bit of a F1 hypocrite, isn't he, George? But he's a bloody good driver. I'm telling you. The bloody good driver, and people want to put some respect on his name. Love him or loathe him. Who have we said that about recently? Love him or loathe him. Not a bad peddler. T minus 22 minutes. Let me show you this, or talk you through this. Remember, the championship statistic to watch, the pick to click is this. All of the drivers who've won 4 of the first 5 races in any given season have then, shortly thereafter, oh, look at them. Are they tiding around the side pods? Shortly thereafter, gone on to win the championship. Mention no names as examples. 1996, Damon Hill. 92, Nigel Mansell. 1993, Alain Prost. If Kimi Antonelli, therefore, can go on to win this race, he's breathing rarefied statistical air. I need a fan, Craig. But the problem, oh, here we are, JP Montoya. Did you see? As soon as JP started saying all that gubbins, this is testament to the clickbait media, Ray. As soon as I haven't seen Juan Pablo for about 10 years. As soon as Juan Pablo Montoya says that thing about Max, now everybody wants. Now everybody wants to torture JP. He has been a little bit punchy and a little bit unreasonable, mate. Ban him for 8 races, JP Montoya. Like, yeah, mate. Has this got anything to do, Juan Pablo, with the fact that your son's not long been released from his Red Bull Racing contract? Ralph Schumacher on the grid. Martin Brundle, don't talk to him. Have a nice breeze. I need a nice breeze, mate. I've got my window open, but it's not helping much. Woody doesn't half come out with some rubbish hypocrite, Clive. I don't hate it, mate. I don't hate it. Oh, rain. We have rain. Oh. Rain, come again. Why is the temperature described as very cold at 20 degrees Celsius? In northwest England, it only reached 21 today and 19 yesterday. That's supposed to be hit. Stephen, I'm telling you, down in London, I can't even cope. I'm not even joking. It is a lot. I thought Nico was supposed to become permanent. No chance, ECG. Got too many of adventures, like his sustainable one and private equity and venture capital. He's a busy guy. Nico's a part-time F1 correspondent. Although he might be the only one that, when he gets on the mic, sounds like he's got something interesting to say all of the time and or add value. He's only part-time. Come on, Martin, get a wriggle on, mate. Go and find some interesting people with whom to speak. Here it comes. This is going to be a mad start. I know the rain is coming, eh? Oh, we in the Netherlands, in the east, 32 in the shade. It's what? How's it in Limburg, John? Says Sarah, intermediates or full wets? Intermediates, they'll do. T-Racer. Because it's not raining just yet. It's in between, is it? I suppose it depends what the forecast is. We need him, man, says EG. What's going on here, March? There's a small turbo hurt or help or hurt Ferrari in the wet. Extra torque, less grip. Who is this? Emily Hampshire. Really scraping the barrel here just a little bit, aren't we? I don't know who that is. Does the small turbo help or hurt Ferrari in the wet? I think... You know, I think interesting... Craig, you've stumped me there. So I don't think they've got more torque. I think it just helps them off the start. I don't think they've got more torque than Mercedes. I want to say it hinders them a little bit, you know. But I don't know. It's a good shout that I'd have to consult with go-to minds than me. Does the turbo? Oh, really hard choice, says Checo, between inters and the slicks. Oh. They talk about temp, I believe, not the ambient temp. I think normally is much higher. Rain equals delay start. Not this amount of rain. It better go. It's T-minus 17 minutes, I'm expecting. If they, small turbos for Ferrari will help, but they'll probably spin off the launch. Cam, who do we know that those like a scolded cat in the race? Oh, wow, Sebastian. It's Max. It is Lewis. It is Fernando. 220 of you watching could currently do me a favour, smash the like. Yes, Checo will end up today in the war, potentially. I say Norris is going to bottle his start. I mean, he wouldn't be the first time. But he's been in... some say he could have dropped it on pole yesterday. Look at Isaac. He just looks like a lad, doesn't he? Mandem. I do like a bit of Isaac. Small turbo spin up faster. Oh, fit is going to be slidey. Yeah, no, it's a good shot. Sport turbo finish faster. But then, yeah, then lack on maximum. Like, you are right, Dustin. I should know that. Spin up faster, quicker starts, quicker race restarts. You saw Charles Leclerc boosting, switching into neutral in effect, disabling the clutch with a view to boost pressure so that he could jump Lando Norris off the start last race. Genius. Small turbos, good starts and low to mid-range power. Slow on top then. There you go, Cafe 88. You've nailed it. Low end torque. You get the maximum boost at lower engine RPMs. There you go, Robert. Got there in it. Who do you think will win? We need to get that poll out, don't we? So, in fact, T-minus 16 minutes, says Sarah. Go on and let's get this first poll of the day out. Turbo's a pre-program. Someone clearly hasn't seen the McLaren starts this year. Everyone's got better though, haven't they? Well, at least they got better in the... who's this conductor, chap? Everyone got better in the sprint at least. Max already loving this. Rain, come again. What's going on, Brian? Big up one and all. Wagwan. Let's get techie. Big up and respect Cameron CC. Big F1. Soon forward, Brian. You're a legend. I appreciate you, sir. Race winner. So we've got... Oh, look at the rain. It's raining, chat, properly now. Where's Max starting? P6 only. Watching from South Africa. Let's go, Frenchie. Lewis and Max go good in this weather and around this track, some say. Let me see what the odds are. I think Lando Norris will be... I reckon the odds will just be their starting positions off the grid. Right, let's have a gander. What happened to Usyk? I mean, can you spell robbery? Pete, I expected Usyk to go well, but no, apparently not. Apparently not. Where is Max to win this race? Max is 25-1, chat. So your odds look something like this. Thank God I bought a CC hat. Let's go before summer. Dr. Vistas, you legend. By the way, if you want to become a member, there is a link in the chat. Get yourself access to the Discord and priority in the chat. If you want to get yourself some merch, and you know what to do as well. Your boy hasn't tagged anything because he's a numpty. Right, let's get those tagged. God tier Max Verstappen merch, even if I do say so myself. Do you know what I mean? All right. So the favourite, George Russell, now all of a sudden favourite to win the Canadian Grand Prix by dint of the fact that he's starting on pole 5-4. Kimi Antonelli 9-4. £4 gets you £9. Wow, look at that, chat. Oh, the humanity, how things have changed. I want to put these into numbers now. Before Kimi Antonelli, 42%. Now he is 33%. It is George's to lose, apparently. Now you want to give George 44% chance if indeed you run a simulation of the Canadian Grand Prix 100 times. Max said that he hopes it's not too wet. These new cars have very little downforce. This is unlike Max. I don't think he trusts it, D-Watch. I don't think he's at ease in this Red Bull car. It's understeering, snap oversteer. He doesn't have the look. It's just it's a weird car, right? Not only is it slow, but it's difficult to drive. That's the problem. Rico was out on he was out on his feet, T-Racer, but surely he'd fought well enough. This is the old Meldrick Taylor, Hessel, Cesar Chavez thing. Well, ultimately, did he not earn the right? If you're not going to stop Wardley for like 6 rounds and he's out on his feet, surely that chap's earned his right to get to the end of the round. Maybe Usyk would have nailed it anyway. Is it raining? Hoping this 500 finishes before the F1. It is indeed raining, Liam. Raining properly. It might be time for dual screens, mate. And it looks like the rain's coming down a bit harder now by the... Huh. Really good Ye Listener video, by the way, chat. If you are indeed that way inclined. Absolute chaos. Showing how George Russell was more than a little bit crafty in the way that he shepherded young Padawan Antonelli. Go around the outside, behave yourself. Classic Michael Schumacher settings. And Max and Lewis hang him out to dry. Indeed, Kelly, smash the like button if you like the stream. T-minus 11 minutes to go. Maxwell's happy with his umbrella. Was it Dr. John, Sir John Cammy, who said that I didn't realise that Max only drinks Red Bull. That's the last time that you see me with a Red Bull can on here that doesn't have water in it. Mate, I didn't know. I did not know. Put Woody on the grill, Cammy. Right, we're going in. Rain, come again. It's going to get techie. Decisions, chat. Go on, let me know who you think is going to win this race. I'm keen, chat. You guys are still on Kimmy. All right then. All right then. How's George? 400 of you watching concurrent. He's going to get Techie T Racer. How's George in the wet? I know the comparison for. I know some of you like to very disparagingly compare George to Jensen, and Jensen wasn't too bad in the wet, was he? But if you like me, compare George to Alain Prost, T minus 9 minutes and 38 seconds left till we get ourselves a race start. Then Alain Prost, if he had one weakness, was his ability to drive quickly in the wet. He's far too risk averse. So if George is going to take a leaf from Alain Prost's book in wet, Houston, we have a problem. Mats is going to win, says Khalid. I mean, if it gets... As a Mats fan, I'm rooting for Kimi this year. Oh, the humanity. Shoot, I have to bring my daughter's friend, says Safak, home just when the race... Oh, no worries, Safak. Sometimes, I mean, the race can wait. I mean, it's family stuff. Told you, Cam. Red Bull drink is at 100%, boo. I always knew it was super unhealthy. But I thought, foolishly, because Max drunk it, that it drinks it. That if I drink it, then maybe that'll give me a tendency to not try, of course, Cameron, because that's the way this thing works. Apparently, Max said he drinks water from his Red Bull cans. What are we doing? Raining here in Michigan, says Detro. I'm 600 miles from Montreal, so it's happening. Lewis is also very good in the wet. Not to forget, of course, he's much 100%. How come Matt's not an option as a race winner? Because float like a bit. I always get a lot of jip for this. I mean, I defer to the odds makers. They don't get it right all the time, but they're never a million miles away. So here's your odds. Currently, George Russell is your favourite, as I just read out. If you weren't listening, Nick Markey explained about the Red Bull. You might see him with a can, but not ordinarily. It will just be Red Bull gives you cavities and serious illnesses. Apparently, taurine. I will have a can, but it might be water out of it, just like Max does. George Russell is your favourite. They give him 44% chance of winning this race. Interesting that, because before he was only 38%. He was a second favourite, wasn't he? Kimi Antonelli, now your second favourite. 33% chance of winning a race. Lando Norris is your third favourite. Oscar Piastri is your fourth. Lewis Hamilton is your fifth. Maximilian Verstappen is your sixth favourite. If you think Max Verstappen, this isn't financial advice, but if you're that invested in Maximilian Verstappen and you believe that Red Bull have given him a car capable of winning races and championships, then go in on him. If you believe that much, put your money where your mouth is. Do you know what I mean? I often say this. I know people like to vote for their favourite driver, but truth, value and objectivity, Max is Max is the best driver in the grid. Make no bones about it. It would be foolish and churlish for me to say otherwise. But you expect him to put the Red Bull on his back and carry it around the Circuit de Gilles Villeneuve. Behave yourself. 400 of you watching concurrently. If you like the stream, then like the stream. T minus 6 minutes. Bernie looks good on the pit wall, right? Back at home. Fair play to her. How is the weather? Spitting, raining, getting more. Engelbert, I don't disagree with your George dislike. However, this is good VT. Title favourite, all this extra tension, George. How are you going to manage it? Wow, this is good. Great VT from Sky Sports already. No pressure, George Russell. You're drinking beer longer than water. Let's go, John. Red flag in Indy. Here we are. Hello, everyone. Let's go, see. Is Stroll going to finish one lap? I don't know, mate. T-pose from Tiki T-pose from George Russell. Will it rain? It is raining already. Safak. Drinking Red Bull is better for you than drinking tap water. That is outrageous. In the UK. Who told you that, Tom? Are we spinning out Poor Health Council? Where did he get that from? I don't think that's true. Reminder, banter about drivers is fine, but hate speech is not 100% too much. Slurs or genuinely hateful comments are not permitted. Keep it fun, but don't cross any lines. Them there, Umanch, are the rules of the channel. Got to be able to come here and have banter and talk. It is a back and forth, and it will be disagreement about Formula One. But to cross lines, I mean, the moderators, again, I'm invested in them and their unique band of truth. If you step out of line, Banage, T minus 5 minutes. Oof, let's go. Decent VT. I'm actually excited as well, Z. I'm not going to lie to you. It feels like there's stakes all of a sudden. 440 if you watch it go currently. If you like the stream, then like the stream. Bottom right in the chat, if you want to become a member, you know what to do. And tell me who you think is going to win this race. 49% of you have Kimi Antonelli. Techie. Are we all still on the Kimi Antonelli bandwagon as versus George Russell's proven, evidenceable track record? I don't know, chat. Did you not see how green Kimi Antonelli was? And do we not, lest we forget that it will be raining today? I don't know, chat. I don't know. All right, here we go. Cheeky F1 intro music, and I'm here for it. Chat gang is usually level-headed 100%. I am Indy 500 fan. Let's go, Josh. CA3 number 3 will be in Montreal 2026, round 5. Canadian Grand Prix circuit, the Gilles Villeneuve. And I'm here for it. 5 meters elevation, C3, C4, C5. It is, I want to say 2.7 miles. Here we go, 2.7 miles, 5.3 elevation, 70 laps race distance. Short around here, right? Very short, 60 seconds as near as makes no difference. 78, Gilles was your first winner. Most wins, Schumacher and Lewis. Your most recent winner was some chap called King George Russell of Kings Lynn, Norfolk. Interesting that. Normally outperforms, by the way. There's a couple stats that I should put on screen. Lando is an outsider. He's not looked too bad for once around here. He doesn't normally go well, Lando, but he looks very dangerous. Capable, potentially, of putting it on pole. Pole, speaking of which, to win conversion rate, 64.7% around there. Average starting position over the last 17, P1, P2, 1.88. So if you don't start P1, P2, then if past this prologue, you've got no chance. There's a cheeky George Russell stat that I wanted to read out to you. Go on then, George Russell. Average qualifying position around other tracks, 5.5. Average qualifying position from George around here, 3.3. And that would have come down right yesterday on the back of his 2 pole positions. Average finishing position, other tracks for George, 5.9. Canadian Grand Prix, 2.6. Poles per appearance, other tracks, 0.06. 0.666. Mate, he's not bad around here. He likes this track. He outperforms, doesn't he, George Russell? He's not half bad. Funny how many people watching Mario Kart. Yeah, that's what she... Lando and George, Tangle, turn 1, turn 2. I don't know. I think they're 2 good mates. Their busy mates are George and Lando. I mean, I think they'll give each other racing room, methinks. I rebuke Woody winning this race as Easy G. People really, really don't like George, do they? I get it. I understand, but I don't know, chat. I think, I don't know. Not a bad driver, I'm telling you. He's not a bad pellet. Oh, look at this. Oh my gosh, chat. You seen this? Oh my gosh, chat. We have divergence. Inters for the McLarens in 3rd and 4th. Soft tyres for the pole sitters in Russell, Antonelli, or the first row, excuse me. Hamilton also on softs, as is Verstappen, Hadjar, Leclerc. Why have McLaren done that? McLaren clearly anticipating more rain here. Interesting. We have divergence already. Let me move this bloody map a little bit shorter. Wow. Interesting. We have divergence already, eh? Hulkenberg also on the Inters. Matt said it's on the same row, meant to be camp. Oh, Safak. But then the problem is Lewis is going to be... Lewis will be sniffing up somebody's inside going into turn 1, right? If that Ferrari can get a decent start. Wow. Oh, wow. Bernie says it looks dry. So McLaren on the Inters might be a mistake. McLaren need rain, chat, as do Hulkenberg and Bortoletto and Sainz. Are Audi using McLaren's weather radar? I smell a contact. Oh, no, Daniel, don't jinx it. How do you navigate the often polarised opinions of F1 fandom without compromising your own analytical integrity? I think it's the gift and the curse, of the pleb. I smell F1 bull feathers and sport bull feathers from a mile away. So as an example, when we go into this race and all anybody wants to talk about is Kimi Antonelli being the next one and Ayrton Senna because he looks like him, I'm like, well, I've heard this all before 1,000 times. I've read all these pages of every single chapter, every single syllable, a gazillion times before. I'm not going to overlook George Russell. Not around here. Miami, whatever, low grip. Okay, cool. But no, not around here. This is no, that would be disrespectful to George. Love him or loathe him. But we've heard that. Everybody does the same around Max. Oh, Max is an XYZ. I don't like his personality. He can't be a good driver. That what? How is the former connected to the latter at all? It's just not. You don't need to like his personality or any one of the drivers' personality, but you will Roman Reigns acknowledge him as a good driver. I feel like they're similar in that there are parallels. Soraya the pleb. Bad call from McLaren, but I hope they prove me wrong. It looks like a bad call at the moment. It does look like a bad call. Not even raining, chat. So says multi-viewer. McLaren really going to need some rain fast. Interesting. Record visits, 360k. Let's go. Yeah, true. Two more. Yeah, no. Ron Rail, they're padding some stats, aren't they? McLaren 4D race strategy. We are checking. Go on then. We'll sync at the lights. What are they doing here? Why are they like just... I mean, what's George doing as far as this... as far as controlling this train? Oh, look at the rain. The rain is on the camera though, to be fair. Oof. I mean, McLaren they've rolled the dice off McLaren. Go on then, we'll sync on the lights. The last few, yeah, Andrea Stella looking wantingly for rain on the blood. There's no rain. They're going to have to go and pick quickly. Those inters are going to be useless in a couple of laps if it's dry and there's no more rain. They need rain. Go on then, we'll sync on the lights, chat. This is going to be a little bit techie here. I can feel it in my loins. I'm nervous. 800 of you watching concurrently. We're a couple of seconds away from a race start, and I'm more nervous than nervous things here. Oof. Sorry, I'm panning the pit. Zach is at Indy 500 probably. Verstappen is annoyed. Hey, let's go for the win. Go on then, chat. We'll sync on the lights. We have starting procedure. They rev their edges. 1 red light, 2 red lights, 3 reds, 4 reds, 5 reds. Abort the start. Abort the start. What are we doing? Go again. Extra 4. What are they doing? F1 are just so stupid. How can you seize defeat from the jaws of victory? That feels like, do you remember the Grand National and it was the fake start and like 5 of the horses ran round and did an entire... Unbelievable. Absolutely stupid. Like, what's the point? Best motorsport formula in the world. Looking to, I mean, what's the point, chat? Why hold so long? Yeah, they'll trundle around for another. Yeah, it's a good shot. But this will be 69 laps now. Pit for Inters. I think that will screw over. I think that screws over McLaren again, you know? They need rain, a new formation lap. Don't you dare give Kimi a penalty. No, they messed it up. What's the point? What are we doing here? Just go away, F1. Sack all the stewards, all of the FIA, bin off Ben Sulayem, and then let's go again. This is ridiculous. Fans all around the world watching F1 to be the goated sport that it is. All of the bods on the grid rev their engines and ready to go, and then you hear the insane, and then you hear Viagra set. Did you hear the engines all go? Oh wow, Piastri being told Piastri says, wow. Piastri being told the rain should ease now. I think it's time for slick. So should we just box? Fail fast, says Oscar Piastri. Insane, chat. They don't want to show us the engine noise, do they? Interesting. That will be replayed and memed. All the engines were revving up, boost pressure, mitigating for turbo lag, and then all of a sudden you get the whine. They'll have to do 2 formation laps now because you got a racing bulls. They may as well, but yeah, they can't start. They've got to go again. This is a farce. Grand National, the fake start. What did we do? What's the point? Unbelievable. Oh my God, the rain and the camera above was crazy. They're going to have to go again. They can't just send them around again. 67 lap race now. Oh, there you go. Shout from Bernie. Run it inters and then you can just put on hards and go through to the end there. Oscar 190 IQ. Cooked. Yeah, I think McLaren have botched it here. We have, for those of you who are just coming in, we have a botched. We have a Grand National scenario. False start. Held them for too long. What are we doing here? Everyone's lined up on a grid. A Racing Bulls car has been removed. 69 lap race. Let's see if F1 can turn off some orange lights. What are we doing? We have. Go on. Have another go at F1. Maybe you'll get it right this time. Maybe. Another formation. Oh, you know what? I'm done. I'm going, chat. What's the point? Turn off the mic. Turn off the camera. I've had enough. This is an absolute joke. Can't even get a race start together. Can you say Grand... I remember that Grand National like it was yesterday. False Grand National because there was like a full start. What's the point? Unbelievable. Yeah, of course. 900 of you watching currently. If you like the stream, then like the stream. We have ourselves a botched formation lap. A botched start at the hands of F1 incompetence, of course. Why not? Unbelievable. Yeah, he was having a decent weekend. I mean, what's going on here? What a clown fiesta, says Peligrososa. Unbelievable just yet that. Right, what are we doing here? Lindblad in the pits. Let's go cry ourselves to sleep. I can't wait for them to meme the engines like revving up to nail optimal boost pressure. And then all the engines running out of... Put damn slicks on, says ECG. Piastri sensible. I don't know. I was going to say, beat me. We're wrong, the wrong tyre. Oscar says, get me in. I'm in for this chat. This is true. They can play for a very early safety car, can't they? Maybe. Maybe they can play for a very early safety car. Maybe. I'm here for this now. I'm in. Go on then. Daniel, the pinnacle of motorsports comedy club. It's bonkers. Go on then. We'll sync on the lights again, chat. Oof, I'm nervous. What are we watching, honestly, says Z. Nonsense. What are we doing, honestly? All right, let's go now, Crofty. Get serious, mate. Build some tension or something, maybe. George Russell, look at that. Super aggressive. Michael Schumacher stance, defensive in his posture. Are we going to... The light still ain't working, chat. Look at this. Okay, now we've boosted. All right, everybody's boosting. The lights ain't working. 1 red, 2 red, 3 red, 4, 5. And we are... Lights out. Away we go. Oh my gosh, Kimi Antonelli gets the start. Oh my gosh, George flanked on either side. Oh my gosh, George just backs out massively. Flipping. Oh my gosh, Kimi Antonelli touches and Oscar goes round the outside. Flipping Nora. Lando has the whip hand. Bravo, sir. Who called that dude? Oh yeah, look at that. Intermediates. Wow, chat. Wow, they nailed on the Inters. Bloody Nora. Chaos, and we all thought that they would drop the ball here. Bad decision, eh, McLaren? Inters. Well, good decision from Norris at least. What was George doing there? Bad start from George. And then Mr. Timid. Your biggest winner off the start. Lando Norris up 2 places, leads. So too Liam Lawson up 2 places. Fernando Alonso, the wily old fox, up 4 places to 15. Interesting. That is mad. Oh yeah, the Inters are gonzo, aren't they? Oscar's going to have to pick. Yeah, there you go. Oscar goes in the pits. Fair play. I don't hate it. So Oscar puts on a set of hards surely and tries to go 67 laps maybe. Oh, and then rain now. Oh my gosh, Josh. Surely not. Max is struggling. Look at that. Max Verstappen up 1 place to 5th. Your runners and riders after first lap. Lando leads from Antonelli, George, Hamilton, Max Verstappen. How very dare George let his lunch money get stolen from a sophomore? Come on, George. Where's your teeth, chap? But he's playing for positions, isn't he? Bloody Nora, Ollie Behrman. Piastri does indeed box. Comes out on mediums. Interesting from Oscar there. He's already a pit stop behind everybody else. Let's see how long Norris can keep this up. What a shambles. Easy G, your boy's got a pit. He's got a bit, yeah. Lando needs rain. Now. Yesterday. Even he's struggling. Antonelli currently 0.4 adrift. Gapping George Russell. What happened to them Scuderia Ferraris off the starts, by the way? Nowhere near, right? Everybody now has converged upon the Ferrari rocket fuel starts. They only got about 4 races of them. Now everybody's it is F1 start egalitarianism. Norris comes in the pit. Oh, the humanity. Oh, the humanity. Lando 2.0 is back. That wasn't bad from Lando, but I feel like they've sabotaged him. Go straight on, straight into the pits. Bloody Nora. Norris's tyres are gone. Kimi 1, George 2. Go on then, let's have a word. George. What? Go on, George. Let's have a word, mate. Yeah, you do have to be careful here. Be careful, George. You've got Lewis Hamilton behind you. Go on then, runners and riders. 3 laps in the book. 66 laps left. Oof. Antonelli, come on, Lewis and Max. Go on, and Antonelli leads from George Russell from Lewis Hamilton in 3rd. Max Emilian Verstappen goes purple on a 120.27 in 4th. Leclerc, Hajar, Colapinto, Lawson, Behrman, and Fernando El Plan. Alonso, fair play, Fernando. I don't hate that. Max goes purple. Camera angles at SH1T. They're not great around here, are they? So everyone in the top 6 is wearing soft compound tyres. Interesting. Yeah, Max Verstappen, absolutely the fastest lap. Don't hate that for Max. Don't hate that. 800 of you watching. Do me a favour. If you like a stream, then like the stream. Don't forget to subscribe as well. Fastest man on the track is Max. Is Antonelli gapping George? This has been the season. I know. What a finish at Indy, Sir John. I wish I could watch it. Race control. Lawson Hulkenberg incident. Out of position. What are we doing here? Fly away, Kimi. He's putting his foot down, isn't he? But George. Mistake. I mean, go on then. I think there's a vote. I think there's a vote that needs to be taken here. Antonelli, when does he make his first mistake of consequence around here? Although, Antonelli, look at that. 18.9. He's rapid, isn't he? Half a second quicker than George, by the way. Track map, Bibicrease, Infinite. You're going to get me into trouble, Infinite, and I don't want to get into trouble. I will make it bigger. Infinite, we had a conversation about this, didn't we? Yeah, chill out, Lando. Meant to be going very long, sir. You're welcome, Infinite, but you're going to get me into trouble, sir. And I don't want to get into trouble. Do you know what I mean? 900 of you watching could currently do me a favour, smash a like. McLaren's site, I have hope, says Sedan. I don't know. They're going to need things to come to them. But there is normally a safety car around here. There is normally a safety car at some point. The walls are too tight, aren't they? Lando's losing his head. Lando 1.0. He'll be all right, Lando. I mean, he's looked really good around here, but Canada is never his track. I wonder when George makes a mistake. Oh, Sir Johnny made one off the start. He was far too timid. Although, maybe he made the right call. Like, he was the meat in a Lando and Kimi sandwich. So, what was he going to do? Papaya strategy TM. Should have listened to Pastry. I know, true. But what were they going to do? Like, bring him in earlier? I don't think it made much difference. They may as well. Sometimes you've got to keep twisting. You know what I mean? Double down. Max doesn't have much traction here. Look at that. Let's go, Josh. Wow. Bernie asking whether they can stretch the medium all the way. Wow. Okay, good shout, Crofty. So the medium tyre this year was, last year, the hard compound tyre. Then interesting. They should have started him from the outside. Pits, let's go. Can land off the start. George just risk managed. He was like, right, I've got nowhere to go here. This is going to be an accident. Fair. But do you win championships like that? George was a little bit timid there for me, but I mean, to finish first, one must first finish. Just a little bit. I'm asking myself questions about George's temperament now. Is he a little bit too nice but dim? Let's go, Maximilian Verstappen in fourth. George Russell has the... What happened? Why is George in the lead on my thing? Sky F1, can you go back to the bloody... Forget the replay. Let's see what happened between... Oh my gosh, George just nobbled Kimi. Look at that. There's your mistake. There's your Kimi mistake. Third big Kimi mistake in 3 sessions, chat. Telling you he's green. He's fast. Listen, let me tell you guys a story. I raced once upon a time with a brilliant car, like a top-level karter in the wet, and I was bricking it, chat. Like, see, we were in the debrief room, or the pre-race briefing room, and I was bricking it, chat. Like, I didn't want to go out. It was far too wet. And my friend qualified second, and he said to himself, after the race, I said, listen, when this dude out-qualified you? Bloody no, look at that, George. Oh my gosh, you nearly took him out. Kimi, you're a joker. Kimi, you're a maverick. Top Gun. You know what I mean? Whereas George Russell is Iceman. Let me tell you this, chat. I remember going out for we were going out for this karting session, and in the briefing it was hailing it down. Cats and dogs. The track was flooded and we only had dry tyres. My friend, top level go-karter, put it P2 in qualifying, and I said to him, like, what were you thinking, mate? I expected you to just drop it on P1. He said straight off the line, the guy in P1, he said, listen, if he puts 30 minutes of those type of laps in, then he's going to win the race. But I'm going to go short on him being able to do that in the wet. And duly, second lap, this dude put it into the bloody wall. You can't go. There's a management aspect to F1. You can't be balls to the wall every single lap. Kimi Antonelli needs to learn this. Why was he doing that there? What gap was he trying to build? Juan Manuel Fangio settings. You need to try and finish first, extracting from the car the least resource, right? Line of least resistance. How very dare I use it? It's not easy. It's not like I said a couple of minutes ago. Not to pat myself on the own back. Do you remember when I said something, Easy G, about putting Kimi Antonelli? What were the words, Easy G? If I recall, not to get all smug, but I think I said I need to put a poll asking when the first mistake of consequence might be from Kimi Antonelli. Huh. Is that what we said? Kerry says, come on, Lewis, don't hate it. Into third from Lewis. Let's go. Go on then. Your runners and riders. George Russell has the whipper. See, I'll tell you what. Easy G. You know, if we're still talking about Kimi Antonelli for a second. See, look at Antonelli goes fast. This is purple. Of course, he's quicker than George. Like, of course he's. But is he quick over the course of like the remaining 60 laps? That's the question. Max Verstappen up into third. Nobbles Sir Lewis. Oh, don't hate that. Podium settings. What's Sir Lewis? I know Lewis will have something to say about that. Oh, it just surprises him again. Always check your mirrors, Lewis. Max always steals Lewis's lunch money as if Lewis is driving as if he's qualifying. Just surprises him. 2021 all over again, that is. Into Nora. Kimi will be WCD. I don't disagree, John, at some point. But where we disagree is timing. I wasn't easy. I've been all right this year. If you like a bit of insightful commentary, not to pat my own back. I got no power, man. Come on, guys, says Sir Lewis. JP, you're a legend. Good day to you, lads. Are you not entertained? It's been good, the first 9 laps. T minus 60 until we get ourselves a cheeky checkered flag. Max the Quiet Assassin. It's always nobbles Lewis. Always steals Lewis's lunch money in the exact same way. It's almost like he sees car number 44 and just, I don't know, insane. Go on then, Kimi, all over to you as George Russell goes purple on a 15.7, a 10th quicker than Antonelli last tour. Lewis battery. He needs to get the Charles Leclerc team of software engineers, doesn't he? That's why I love Lewis. Max will help Kimi out. Oh, I don't know about that, mate. I don't know about that. If Max has himself, I think Max will do Max into third, by the way. That's Nora. Honestly. What would it be if Max wins? Max was 25-1 to win this race, by the way. Because Matt boys fly off again. Oh, Engelbert. The chaos. I mean, there is a risk that the Mercedes boys, especially if Kimi... Excuse me, ZG. Especially if Kimi has something to say about it. They very nearly had a McLaren-esque incident just now. McLaren's not into the top yet. And it will come easy, G, later on in the race, methinks. I thought Red Bull was bad. Red Bull are bad, Sam. Go on then. It's the Matt Bishop thesis that you judge a Red Bull not by what Max can do in it, but by what Hajar's doing it. Sixth isn't the worst. It isn't the worst. Kimi would rather crash into Woody than see him win. I mean, Miami, maybe he wants to start playing defense already. Not that I encourage that level of skullduggery this early on in the season. But sometimes if you feel a little bit aggrieved, Antonelli might want to do something about it. Right? 1.1 second is the delta between your top 2 drivers. The Mercedes of George Russell in first and the W17 of Kimi Antonelli in second. Bottas lapped her after 10 rounds. Bloody no, what's the point? It's ridiculous. That is insane, chat. So go on then. What's that? 11 laps. 60 seconds. Wow. 1 second a lap. Cadillac F1. They don't give out any prizes for participation. Yeah, Antonelli's faster, Brundle, over 1 lap. But we're still as consistent. Like, you can't... It takes more than speed, chat. I don't want to flog a dead donkey here, but if you put together Kimi's hypothetical best sectors, then yeah, he's going to be quicker than George. But how consistently can you repeat that? How repeatable are then? What's your risk-adjusted gains? That's what's key, right? George Russell goes fastest again on a 15.572. I would argue that if you're risk adjusting, I think George is extracting more out of that car consistently, risk adjusted. Of course, George could take the same risk that Kimi Antonelli's. I mean, listen, I tell you what, chat. I don't want to get. I disagreed with George being such a wuss off the line, but then he's made a mug of me. Look at where he is, P1. He's looking to Grand Slam this, Canada. Mercedes is too fast for Red Bull, 100%. Currently 1.2 seconds down the road is George from Kimi. And then 6 seconds down the road is one Max Emilian Verstappen. Interesting. T-minus 57 laps remaining. This hasn't been bad, eh? All these muggles, mention no names, Cameron, CC, moaning about the Viagra settings championship. This hasn't been bad, chat. Oh, oh, oh. Oh, Kimi has a cheeky gander, but George isn't having it. I mean, look at George's onto it. Mind your track infringements, King George. Oof. Oof. Gimme, chew your food before you swallow, good sir. Yellow flag settings. Wow. Kimi Lionheart settings. He's going to have a go. But be careful, mate. You need to look at... He needs to go back and look at Oscar on Leclerc, Baku a couple of years ago. You've got to set it up. Oscar on Max a couple of years ago. Like you gotta, or last year even. You got to set it up right. So there's got to be play 4 moves down the road, Kimi. You got the pacer. You don't need to rush. Can we get a Bottas Hamilton incident at the front? No, but I doubt it. Oscar Piastri back in the pits for what? What's going? Why is Oscar back in the pits? Must have been an incident, right? Front nose. Keep the sliding camera on the top to 100%. What are they doing to Oscar's car? Oh my God. Unbelievable. He thinks he's Verstappen. He can't do those moves. It's very rare. I see history repeating. It looks like deja vu, says Engelbert. He's gotta just... Patience, young Padawan. Oscar hold up Woody for Kimi. Kaori Damojo. I know. OJP cursed. Oh, and breathe. Let's have a go. Antonelli, you're gonna have to play. This is chess, not checkers, young Padawan. You gotta. You're not racing these F2 Donnies that you used to, or you were used to last year. So it's better call it off soon, or they both DNF. Can't call it off, I don't think, is the issue. Oscar couldn't keep it on the black stuff. Cheeky nose cone issue. Hajar up to 5th. Oh, but go on, get Hajar and Leclerc on then. Leclerc and Hajar exchanging for the avoidance of doubt. Runners and riders with 55 laps left on the docket. George Russell leads 0.7 seconds down the road from his teammate, sophomore young Padawan Kimi Antonelli. Maximilian Verstappen 4.4 seconds down the road. I tell you what, Mercedes, don't squabble too much and allow Max Verstappen to come into this. Because Houston, you will have yourself a problem. Geordie's on another level right now, said Diesel. It's race management, isn't it? Not in terms of speed. I think Kimi, in a hypothetical world, is every bit as quick as George Russell. But it's all about race management, isn't it? It's all about championship management. I love him or hate him. I feel like he knows, though he hasn't won one yet. I feel like George knows how to win a championship. 20 points behind, by the way. If it ends as it is now, on track. The gap will be 13 points. Oh, is Piastri being lapped? Oscar Piastri has indeed been lapped, as has Valtteri Bottas. What's the point? McLaren sinking like a state. This is really bad. My feed is ever so slightly delayed, Dilstar. Not to the tune of, not like minutes though, maybe like 30 seconds. Album was on solid as well. Come on, Kimi, says ECG. Oscar is so overrated, Jacob. How very dare you? Oh, go on then. The gap between the top two. So we've got a race out here. We've got a race between the Mercedes pair. Bloody Nora Kimi. Last of the late breakers, eh? Hamilton on the back of Max. Oh, yes. The gap between Lewis and Max. 0.7. But Lewis wouldn't dare, I don't think. Lock up from George. Cheeky mistake. Antonelli breathing down the gearbox. Bearing down on the gearbox of George. Come on, Lewis. Take the... Oh, Gregor. Take him down. I don't think so. Leclerc has been dropped. All right, we have ourselves a race. Did they call it off, chat? McLaren have fumbled indeed. Go big or go home sometimes, right? And they one lap down. Now they're going to go home. Go on then. We need to get a 48% of you for Kimi Antonelli as far as your race victory. I'm keyed now. Whether you guys still think the same. Oh my gosh, Lando as well. What's the point? Go on, you guys tell me what's going to happen to this race. I've excluded Max because I don't think Liability problem. Wow. McLaren, come on, McLaren. Reliability for McLaren all over the shop. Go on, let me know who you think is going to win this race. Please support the stream. If you like the stream per detro 0861, then like the stream. Go on then. We have ourselves a race between King George Russell and the young pretender that is Kimi Antonelli. I'm keen. Kimi Antonelli goes purple last tour. Don't stay around that. Hang around Kimi in that dirty air for too long, chap. There is dirty air tax. Honestly, such a thing exists. I tell you what, if there's one thing that you can credit the FIA for, these cars can follow infinitely better. They lose a lot less downforce as a percentage of the whole as versus last year, right? Ground effect. Kimi couldn't have followed this long, but still, if you Kimi Antonelli nails George. Is he gone? Is he gone last of the late breakers? He's caught him by surprise. George has him back though. I'm yet to see this. I think Max is going to win, no cap. Go on then. All eyes on Kimi Antonelli. I need to. Oh my gosh, they're going gap and forth. I need to see it. Oh, George, big mistake. What's he doing? George comes back though, but now Kimi will nab him. Bloody no, a mistake, George. What are you doing, chat? Oh my gosh. Yeah, this is the problem, mate. George knows what he's doing in the wheel to wheel. I think I'm remembering right now, hearing in my ears Charles Leclerc last race talking about how bad Kimi Antonelli is wheel to wheel. Do you remember Ollie Behrman pulling the switch back around Kimi Antonelli not last year, 2 years ago? F2. Do you remember this? Or am I think Kimi Antonelli's a little bit fast and furious, chap. I think he's fast and furious, and I think he lacks in terms of. I think we're seeing now that he can't go wheel to wheel with George. I think George is a little bit too crafty for him, and he's a little bit green. This is true. Well, not necessarily, Martin. The gap between Max and the lead, 4.5 seconds. They can afford to fight because they've got so much bloody time in hand. 4.5 seconds was the delta, Martin, before that last scrap. Now it's 5 seconds, Martin. So stop. Don't. Let's not be disingenuous. T minus 51 laps remaining. 18 are in the books. I don't think George deliberately made that mistake, but I think Kimi's going to have to do something different here. Kimi's going to have to read from Max Verstappen's overtaking book and Oscar's too. He's got to set it up. He is schooling him a little bit, isn't it? Racecraft by George. I think he is a little bit. He's when you play fight with one of your young cousins or your little brother, and you kind of pull back. You don't go full throttle. You make it look a little bit closer than it is, so they feel, just to keep it interesting. Maybe that's a little bit much as a metaphor, but not dissimilar. 5 seconds, true delta, 100%. But after all that nonsense, George makes a mistake. There'll be about 10 seconds. If there were no Kimi Antonelli, George would be about 10 seconds down the road now. Or no George, Kimi would be about 10 seconds down the road. Yellow flag. Interesting. Franco's doing a good solid race. Oh, Kimi Antonelli. Wow. Bernie Collins says, in these conditions, you want to be the car behind. Wow. That's the extent to which we don't have dirty air, right? Dirty air tax, null and void. Kimi Antonelli has a cheeky look up the inside. Oscar Piastri up into 15th. Praise the Lord. Get him, Kimi. Oh, we have a race, ECG. How do you like this, eh? This isn't half bad. 65-45 or 35, whatever for. This ain't too bad. Warriors so far ahead, it's ridiculous, Daniel, isn't it? Kimi gives away the move too early. George gets enough time to adjust. He doesn't play the move. He just goes for it. Yeah, he's not chewing his food before he swallows, Kimi. Everything's a little bit transparent. Kimi is the quickest, Sir John. He absolutely. I don't disagree with you there, sir. But you understand that to win a championship you need more than speed, and this is case in point. It's nuance and it's subtlety and devil, and George has that in bucket loads, whereas Kimi is just a little bit fast and furious. Oh, it's about to be lapped. I mean, what's the point? What are we doing over here? I enjoy this. 2016, is that you? Let's go. Nico and Lewis. Remind me who won that season, by the way. OG Zilly, you're an absolute legend. The Merc engine, Kimi and George fighting and still pulling a bit insane. OG Zilly, look at that. The gap between the race leading George and Max Verstappen, 7 seconds flat. And they're fighting. Unbelievable. Too kind as always, OG Zilla, but bloody Nora, it's an indictment on the extent to which the FIA have levelled the competitive landscape. Let it rain. There is no rain just yet. I missed a lot. Had to drive. Safak, you have missed a lot. It might be worth a cheeky rewind if I'm honest. Techie. It got very, very techie between Antonelli and George for a second there. And I think it will again. Because Antonelli's got the pace, but George Russell has the racecraft is the issue. That's the problem. That's going for a long one stop. I think he'll just cover off Lewis behind him, to be honest. Lewis will probably box opposite. Oh my gosh, lapping Lando. What are we doing? Legendary support set. Homage, proper legendary. Give me Anton. He just fends him off, doesn't he? Shows him the outside, defends the inside, like Virgil van Dijk or Rio Ferdinand in his prime. He just shields him out. Shows him the outside. You're gonna have to do something different, Kimi. You're a bit you're Captain Obvious in your move, chap. You're gonna have to do something a little more surreptitious. Obfuscate for your intentions, sir. Like it's a bit obvious, Kimi. Just because there's a gap doesn't mean you need to go for it. Like set something up like Lewis did Max in 2021 Brazil. 2021? Yeah. Do you remember when Lewis came offline to get Max Verstappen offline going into turn 1 at Interlagos and then jumped back onto the geometric racing line with a view to set up an overtake on the straight down into turn 4? That's the sort of thing that you got to do. Antonelli's past him. I don't know about that. Oh yeah, George makes the mistake again. Flipping Nora, George. What are you doing? Go on, Kimi. Let's have a look. George shows him the outside. Oh, wow. The car in front hurt George. Bloody Nora. Kimi Antonelli goes into the lead. Easy G rejoices. Go on then, George. Make a mug of me. After you, Claude. This is quite good, Ruthie, eh? Now, how... What's Kimi got? Can he get his head down? What a minute. It wasn't bad. Clive, I wonder how much he benefited from that dude. That back marker, the timing of the back marker, it felt like the Nordschleife all of a sudden. Yeah, I don't hate that too much. That wasn't bad from Kimi Antonelli. Make a mug of your old mate Cameron. Hamilton error. Go on then. T-minus 46 laps. Oh, look at that. Russell gaps George instantly to the tune of 1 second. Wow. Wow. All right. Go on then, George. Come after hour, come after man. Got 46 laps left of this. Who have you got in the chat? 69% if you think. You all are going Kimi. Wow. You're all going Kimi. I don't hate it, chat. Just like karting. I know it does feel a little bit back and forth. Yo-yo racing. Hamilton seems to have gotten some issue as well. It's fallen back. Who's green now, says Easy G. I mean, Easy G. Let's revisit this. Celebrate for now. We've got 45 laps. George hasn't done too badly this weekend, and I feel like I feel like we've made some calls. Although the gap already 1 second. Look at this. Kimi Antonelli getting at it. Turn the engine up to 12. He's getting his head down and he's looking to gap. What a pilot, brother boy. Russell gaps George. Antonelli. How did Hamilton drop? I think he made a mistake, didn't he? So, John, Don't get too gassed, sir. You're 0 for 2. Oh, there we go, Sir John. How are you doing, sir? Don't get too gassed. I'm telling you. George is no one's muck. And Kimi Antonelli's got a mistake in his locker. Look at this. I haven't seen it. Oh, my God, Sir John. Don't talk too soon, mate. I'm telling you, this dude's got mistakes in his locker. He's rapid as fudge. No controversial takes. Of course he's quick, but he's just got mistakes in him. It's your risk-adjusted lap time. Go on. George touched him. Wow, here we go. 2016 settings. Techie. Oh, I don't know, Kimi. You might have to give that back, but I don't think he's going to give it back. Wow. Interesting that Norris was lapped as well, 100%. The gap between the Mercedes and Verstappen, 7.7 seconds. Toto aging a lap each, yet 100%. Aging a year each. Interesting. So, John, Kimi's back, mate. Kimi angry over the radio. George touched him. He did touch him. Give it back. You might have to give that back, I think, Kimi. You can't gain an advantage. There you go. Gives it back. Oof. He's got a point there, Kimi has. I don't hate it. Now Russell again. Oof. Ugh. Let's go, KO. Oof. I look at Antonelli with a full DRS. Full active aero. He's going to go again, isn't he? But he can't lose to Kimi. George gives him a little bit more. Oh my gosh, he's so close. George gives him a little bit more room that time. George Russell currently has the whip hand. Wow. How do you like yourself? I feel like this is I feel like they've been watching the N24 last race. And now we're going to get ourselves a race entire. Russell is a beast. He's not bad, D. Smith. He's not bad. I think he's got it. It's chaos. Yeah, this is chaos. Did kicks. I've got goosebumps. Chat. Undercut papaya rule. I just need to not Spanish Grand Prix. I think they'll be all right. Kaori. George Russell on the radio. Head down. Very cool. Max is closing the gap a little bit. I mean, 6.5 seconds, not materially. George on the embedded view of Toto, the boy who cried wolf. Oof. Let's go. I know Max Verstappen will be rooting for Barcelona. F1 history doesn't rhyme, but it does repeat sometimes. 4.50 or 0.450. Kimi has a look. Kimi's fast as fudge, isn't he? Go on then, Sir John. How you doing, chap? Your boy George back on top. I'm keen. You guys, 69% of you still think Kimi. And the question that I'm not asking is whether Kimi Antonelli is faster. Because of course he is. Question I'm asking is who's going to finish in front. I'm still short on Kimi Antonelli. Rain would be the chat. Oh my gosh, too much. What's the over-under on Toto's headset? Surviving today. OG Zilla. Chaos, mate. Chaos. If they keep it clean, I think they'll keep it clean. I think they'll keep it clean. Kimi Antonelli, cheeky undercut from Kimi. Box opposite. Whatever he does, Kimi. Kimi, just chill out. Kimi, surely box opposite and then get it done. Get it done in the pit stops now. Kimi will get it in the next stint. Problem is, I think George will optimise nicely for his pit stop. Is the joke. 800 of you watching concurrently. Do me a favour and smash the like. You call this clean? Here he goes, Kimi. Up. Toto. Toto having a word. Not there, Kimi. You're too obvious, chap. No, mate. You've got to set something up and then pull a switch back or something. It's a good shout there. Toto desk pounded incoming. 0.5 is the delta. 41 laps to go. 69% of you think Kimmy's going to do this. Smash the like if you like the stream. Benzie, you're a legend. Kimmy's a true Italian. Love it. Passion. Oh, popcorn, easy G. Don't hate it. Am I wrong to be so confident in this type of race that George Russell's going to nail it? I look at Kimi Antonelli going long and deep. Try the cheeky V line and a switchback. That's 5.8 seconds behind. Come on, Max, says Daniel. How can McLaren get a second FP session? George is slow. Antonelli has a cheeky gander. Oh yeah, Russell didn't defend. Both cars are under investigation. Why did Bono just tell him that for? They're lying to Antonelli. Sabotage with a view to have him back off. Huh. They're lying to him. George is smarter when fighting, but Antonelli's fast, 100%. Kimi's quicker. He's quicker. He's rapid. I'll tell you what, this boat... Go on then, to pick apart my thesis that George will win at the altar of consistency. If Kimi Antonelli's faster around Canada than George... That would be a little bit concerning. Wow. They're getting warned. Pit window is coming indeed. Khalid, lap 24, right? Go on then. Mediums. The stop is lap 24. So you will see... Oh yeah, we lost about 2 laps, didn't we? Oh, so we're all on softs. They should have all pitted already, apparently. The tyres are lasting longer. Interesting. Oh wow, Brundle picks it out. Antonelli's tyres are better than George's. Wow, George is beginning to struggle. George mistake. Wow. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. DNF George. What is this about, chat? Unbelievable. Deal stall. What is going on? Oh, George. It's 2023 Singapore all over again, isn't it? Oh. Insane. Oh, the humanity. Didn't see that, George. Mate, that's regressive, sir. Oh, is it a mistake that he made? That was a bit sus, actually. You think Mercedes cut his engine? Wow, George. I need to hear what happened. Did he crash? Did George cause that? Oh, George, bless you, mate. Here, in come the George haters, relishing George's downfall. Bless him. Oh, Schadenfreude aren't waters that I like to travel into often. That's quite. That is. I mean, and as well as an F1 fan, deprive me of some racing for the next 38 laps. Any fudge sake, racing gods. I'm not crying. I just got something in my eye. Oh, wow, there we go. So Kimi Antonelli about to take 4 of 5. Insane, chat. Don't think he'd quit like that. Go away. Go away, Lenny. Go away, Lenny. No. No, Russell made a mistake. I don't know whether he made a mistake or whether it was a DNF, though. I need to see. You got to feel for George if it isn't a mistake of his own doing. Right, I need to see it under pressure. Pit, pit, pit. Everybody's pit. Virtual safety car. Everybody pits. Fair play. Get themselves a cheeky discounted safety car centric pit stop. The softs did well, right? They're only expected to go for 20 something laps. 21, 22 laps, and look how deep they've gone. 30 laps on the softs. Interesting. It is a virtual safety car. On the back of a George Russell incident. No, come on, I do not feel for Jack Russell. How very dare you have. Let's see. I'll wait for it if he's made a mistake. If he's made a mistake, then you can't feel sorry for him, right? He's made... That's not Kimi's greater. Oh, this is going to be it now. Look at him. Oh, no. Don't get memed, George. Fuming. Go on, let's have a look. Was it a George mistake? Wouldn't it be the first time? Oh, the engine. Oh, the engine done him over. He did nothing. Nah, that's sad, that is. If he made a mistake, chat, then or whatever. No, he had that in the bag. Fudge. 45 points would be the delta. The student, no, don't do that, Tom. You can't say it was George's fault. DNF, power loss, exactly, D Smith. Oh, bloody Nora. And then you know what cheeses me off now? The gap in the driver championship. Oh, George. Sad for George. Sad for F1, chat. We'd had 36 laps left of that. These guys going back and forth. Oh. Yeah, I can't celebrate that. Sorry, chat. I don't know. Hamilton podium potentially. Go on then. Antonelli leads from Verstappen from Sir Lewis Hamilton. Kimi's very special and so he... George's fault? I don't think so. How? Oh, what a bloody shame, chat. Oh, now let's be having you, Max. Gutted, really gutted. Feel like crying, not for George, but for F1 as my bloody hotter than a volcano in here. Lenny, what are you saying now about excuses? Did you see who that was, Lenny? That was not George's fault. For fudge's sake, he would have won this race. It's a good job that your boy didn't have any money on him. Do you know what I mean? I'd have been fuming then. So to have to talk to the drivers. But no, I think they were all right. I think it was a bit close. He did not have it in the bag. Kimi was all over him. Easy G. We'll never know ultimately, chap. I feel like George would have been able to manage that for another 38 laps, if I'm honest. If I'm honest. So long as he didn't make any mistakes, of course. I think that was in the bag. Not in the bag for George. That's the wrong metaphor. But you know where I'm going with that. Stop crying, CC. I'm glad that we've got some Schadenfreude merchants here. Do you know what I mean? Classy. Very, very classy. Listen, I want... Cam, you are upset, Dillstar says. You know what, Dillstar? The genesis story of the channel was Cult RH telling me who I am from who I aren't or am not. And Dillstar, I can't... The second that somebody tells me what I am from what I am not, I just can't. I'm like, whatever, Dillstar. Try. Good attempt at banter, but failed. Leclerc needs to calm down. Go on then. We have ourselves 34 laps. Sadly, George Russell and Antonelli beef. Oh, fuck. That would have been sick. 5-second penalty for Kimi. Why? He hasn't done anything, T-Racer. They'll just give him a 5-second penalty to just make it interesting. What? I don't believe it. Oh my gosh, careful, Charles. What's that? Ajar, you can't move so many times in the braking zone, fella. You can't do that, Isaac. That's a bit techie, mate. No, you can't do that. Isaac will get a penalty. Go on then. Kimi Antonelli leads 5.1 seconds down the road from Max Verstappen. Oh, it's easy money. Kimi can just turn down his bloody car, can't he now? What a flipping shame. That was near a huge one, says Sean. Oh, I wanted to see 30 laps of that. I'm not going to lie. Where is God here, says Dilster. Oh, man. I wanted to see it. Wayne, that spread stuff. George folded, Anger. What are we watching here? I can't do the F1 Abbott of Unreason thing. That's not what's happened. His car broke. I'm not saying that George hasn't folded under pressure before, but surely that's the beauty of 2026, seeing whether he can do it Russell under investigation. Mate, like, what are we doing here? I don't know if I can watch the race that now that George is not. George is your driver. Glorious. It's a shame that we were going to have ourselves a really, really good race. We're going to get some answers to some very serious exam questions. And now it's just like, well, nah, mate. I think I'd be equally sad. I think I wanted George to nobble Kimi, but I think it'd be equally sad if it were Kimi that had DNF'd and George was left as the, no, you want to see racing here, don't you? His car got switched off and covered. The question is, though, why did it break, Cam? Oh, you think George did something to it? Easy, G. We had these conversations last week with Max at the Nordschleife, didn't we? I don't think you can. There is mechanical empathy or lack thereof. Go back to 1988 and whatever with Senna and Prost, cool. But these cars are much more reliable than that. Ultimately, George could have broken the car, but I think it's a bit of a Sagan's standard dictates that extraordinary claims, Easy G, require extraordinary evidence and not just speculation. 800 of you watching concurrently, do me a favour and smash the like. The race has ended though, chat. Oh, the race for first place at least has ended. Look at that. Kimi gaps for Verstappen to the tune of 6.5 seconds. Yeah, of course. And you boys, you guys and girls are happy for this. Kaori says, come on, Lewis. 11.9 seconds then. See, now it's just bloody procession settings. Look at the gaps. 6.5 between first and second. Another 5 seconds down the road is Lewis Hamilton. Another 6 seconds is Isaac Hadjar. Another, it's just like long, isn't it? The only racing on the track is, and you wanted this, chat. This is what you rooted for and celebrated. I tell you what, you as well, Lenny. You all rooted for this now, and now you get yourself a bloody... This is now where it becomes Viagra GP Championship. Do you know what I mean? Or Viagra GP race. All the drama has been sucked out of it. You guys cut off your noses to spite your F1 faces, and then this is what you get. You deserve this. Do you know what I mean? So vitriolic is your hatred for George that you will happily cut off your noses to spite your first. I want to see racing, and we had it, and now we don't have it because of a cheeky DNF from George Russell. Lewis Hamilton goes purple on a 15.285, T minus 31 laps left. Kim, it's time to bow to Kimi. I don't think so, mate. I'm not going to do it. That's why you all said when Kimi won 2 races because of a fluky safety car and a bad George Russell setup. Can't do it, mate. I'm invested in the wheres and the whys as much as the whats. Can't do it. That's why when we get to qualifying in Canada, there's one boy that's always going to be beating a George Russell jump because we look at data points. That's why. I actually would like a Max win or Kimi win in the right way. Can't root for George. The bull chassis is not good. I know, it's not great. And breathe. Can you imagine, Casey, the extent to which people want to sabotage themselves? Oh, get George Russell out. Oh, the racing is boring now. Well, you cheered for this. You celebrated George Russell's DNF, and now you are left with the remnants, a debris of a race now. Kimi Antonelli procession settings, and you rooted for this, George is a loser. Perhaps, Josh, but again, let's talk about it. You can't call him a loser on the back of this. Say that I don't like him. Yeah, that's more grown up. But let's not. I can't celebrate in a. George had made a mistake. Then he gets what he gets, right? Like F1 is a unforgiving game. But if his car breaks, how can I call myself a man and celebrate that? No, we can't do it. Or even Kimi Antonelli. A DNF, I don't know, I can't celebrate that. Good battle, driver pushing DNF, that's racing, 100% Ray. I agree with you. Behave, what's her saying? Underground. Mercedes turned those engines to the max. Oh, the humanity, reliability issues, excuse me. Good battle, don't hate it. Come on, Lewis. Toto sabotaging Russell. Oh no, they will say that. No, they won't say it around George. Go on then, Charles. He nobbled him, didn't he? Charles set that up very nicely. George Russell on the moped. That will get memed. Bless him, George. Oh. Dill Star. I've had enough now, mate. You rate George as if he's a god. Really, Dill Star? Have you been listening to me all weekend, mate? You get one at the altar of a DNF and then you think all of a sudden George Russell is a bad driver. Dill Star, this makes no sense and I can't indulge this any further. It's F1 Abbott and Ree. Sound like Coltel H. And I can't. Come on, Lewis, hammer time. OG Zilli legend. Antonelli nobbling the rest of the field to 7.1 seconds as of the last tour. It's insane. See, we can't. Oh my gosh, Lando off. Oh my gosh, Lando reliability. Celebrate that one, Dill Star. Since you're such a big man. You know what I mean? Celebrate Lando Norris's DNF. Love him or loathe him, a DNF. How can you celebrate? Schadenfreude isn't very becoming, I don't think. I think it sucks a little bit. Hulkenberg up to 12th. Hamilton goes purple. Your runners on riders with T-minus 28 laps remaining. Antonelli 115.8 last tour, dominant. Max Verstappen though 2 tenths quicker, 3 tenths quicker last tour, 6.6 seconds to the delta. Lewis Hamilton goes purple last time round on a 15.1 between him and Max in front of him. I mean the gaps are all bloody insurmountable. 5 seconds. Leclerc in 4th. Go on in, here's you. Well, there you go. Leclerc 7 seconds again. It's a 7-second race now that you all rooted for because you don't like George Russell. Where how can I cut off my nose? What are we doing? And then we're going to complain about how the racing's bred. You rooted us. What are we doing? Lewis Hamilton in 3rd. 4th, we have Charles Leclerc, Hadjar, Quincolapinto, Lawson, Gasly and Sainz. And Behrman rounds out your point scoring positions in 2nd. Oh, fuming. Yeah, Lando did his best with an SH1T strategy, right? That's not Lando's fault. I don't even love Antonelli raging. Antonelli raging about Esteban Ocon behind him. Oh, raging chat. I'm really, really cheesed off. 4.7 seconds of the delta. True between Max and Antonelli. Oh, I just wanted to see that race play out. Nah, mate, that's long. Oh, I feel like we were going to get ourselves a goated race there. 800 of you watching concurrently. Do me a favour if you like the stream. Was that Lando's fault as well, George's fault? You can't blame somebody for a DNF. Not like that. Not like that. Toto sabotage doors? I don't think so, mate. I don't think so. Kimi's engine can blow up at any time. Yeah, I don't wish that on anyone. No. The DNF, I mean, the racing gods can be cruel to be kind sometimes. Kimi can't make a mistake now with Verstappen under. True also, but I just think he's got too much pace. I think even if he did, he'd overtake Max again very quickly shortly thereafter. That Mercedes is just got pace in hand on all of the rest. Bloody Nora Checo. Chill out, mate. Perez. Emotional damage. Medium not working for Red Bull. Hammer time. Go on then. Let's have a look at Lewis. Lewis is catching. Look at this. 4 seconds is the delta. Wow. Takes 2/10 out of Max Verstappen last time round. Interesting. Kimi became a man today. Oh, Clinton. I don't know, mate. I just don't know. I can't do it. Oh, Checo Perez, DNF broke as well. Look at this. Cadillac won't love that. Clinton, you've got to eat what you kill. Ultimately, I get it. I get it. But he was gifted. He was gifted something here, wasn't he? The racing gods smiled down upon Kimi Antonelli. Now 45 points adrift. Huh. 17 races remaining. Go on. I've got 5.3 seconds. I've got 8. Go on then, Sir John. I'll see you that and I'll raise you this. I've got a poll that I want to get out there to see who all the recent. In fact, let me not bury the lead. It's techie, this. It's techie. Go on then. WDC 2026. Who have you got? Let me know. I'm catching Max. A little bit. 4 seconds. 3.5. T minus 25 laps remaining. What a bloody shame, chat. Oh. Cameron, do you think the Red Bull powertrain engines will get any AD? You won't know. It looks like Kimi's just cruising now. Red Bull and Ferrari don't have the speed to catch Mercedes. True, but I don't think ADO is just the power of the power unit, right? The maximal output of it. And Red Bull powertrains, some say, have the best power unit. Some say. Kimi's hot head fast, but wheel to wheel, a lot to learn. I would agree, Darren. John goes Kimi. I couldn't have seen that coming, Sir John. Sir John, I'm taking screenshots here. I am taking screenshots. In fact, I'm keen to see what George Russell's odds are for the championship after this race. Because he's done nothing. What has he done? I feel like the dice is rolled ever so slightly differently. He wins the Japanese Grand Prix. He goes much better at the Chinese Grand Prix and potentially wins it. Miami, Kimi's always going to nobble him. Around here, he should win. You've got to normalise for these things right over the course of the remaining races to get a proper. If you're going to accurately forecast, then that's what you've got to do. I think you've got to normalise for the anomalies. 45 points is a lot, though, to be fair. What's going on here? Oh, this is Lando getting crowded out. Lando getting mad. Fair play to Lando. 40 seconds between fifth and it's chaos. Just had one. Why the heck does Hadjar go? Because he moved there. He was late. Daniel, he moved twice in the braking zone and he was late with it as well. It's a little bit dangerous. I'll spare you the clips because of the DNF, mate. There's no clip. John, how about you clip at me saying about qualifying on both occasions? Clip this up in a couple of months' time, John. I'm saying I'm going George for the championship. I don't care what anybody wants to say. John, that's it. Clip this one up. Can be live tomorrow with Peter. Yeah, not live, but there will be a conversation with Mr. Windsor. And then we go live in the afternoon. When will they pit again? I don't think they need to. Only 23 laps remaining. Most of them got the free virtual safety car pit stop. Why would they pit again? Track position is king. I think Kimi took notes from St. Louis about riding George. Sebastian. It's too early, mate. Too early. 900 if you're watching concurrently. Do me a favour. Smash the like. There is membership if you want to become a member and get priority in the chat and get access to the Discord. So too, there is, mate. Greetings on Thailand. You're a legend, mate. I appreciate it. I wish I could read that. Lewis won't catch a 20-year-old cow with a broken head. Oh, the humanity. Come on, Lewis. George, never ever. Josh, listen. I took it easy on you guys who said that Kimi Antonelli was going to out-qualify George. I won't take it so easy on you like next time when George Russell catches Kimi Antonelli in the championship towards the end of the season. I'm telling you. I agree. George is going to make 100% D-Smith. Listen, I'm not saying it will happen, but I'm saying the probability of that happening is high. YouTube being YouTube. What's going on? What's going on, Macon? Pop out if you experience any difficulty. Close it down and come back in. Bottas investigation. The Aura of the code. Oh yeah, it's a good podium. This Ham is getting closer. Go on then. Can Lewis? I don't know. Lewis is getting closer. To be fair, 3 seconds. To be fair, Lewis is closing. Your runners and riders. 21 laps remaining. Antonelli leads. 4.3 seconds down the road from Maximilian Verstappen. Behind him comes Sir Lewis Hamilton, 7-time champion. GOAT settings, some say. Mount Rushmore of Formula 1. R2 Bottas, 5 seconds. Easy G. Easy G, not to pat myself on the back, right? But if you've been listening to my predictions for qualifying, then you might be up substantially, mate, over the course of the weekend. The one bet that I didn't take was George in the race, because anything can happen in a race, and so too qualifying, but less variables in qualifying. So if you'd been listening at Easy G, then you might have made yourself a little bit of coin in qualifying and sprint. Not that I encourage anyone to be a betting degenerate. So we might not bet 1,000, but we haven't been too bad. Listen, DNF, I thought George was going to win the race, and he probably would have, but for the bloody mechanical issues. But I digressed. You want to celebrate at the altar of fortuitous circumstances, Easy G, then up to you, mate. Do you know what I mean? Why give Bottas out? I know you just leave him out there, right? Ah, George gutted. Ah, George lost for words. Ah, oh, George. You were all right, George. You didn't do too badly, chap. You were on for Grand Slam settings, mate. Oh. Two seconds the delta between Seb, Max and Lou. Complete Football says that George is an arrogant loser. Just tell me that you hate George. Why not? You know what I mean? It's all right, mate. This is the only chat that George could even have a hope of winning a round. Really? Complete Football Africa, were you watching the European leg of the season last year? It's a shame, chat. We've all been MV3s. Red Bull just isn't enough. It's annoying. I don't hate it, Matty, but it's a little bit. I love that Lewis Hamilton spirit. He's coming, isn't he? I'm interested to see how much Max fights this even. 72%. Let me take a screenshot of this and then we'll talk to John Dillstar at the end of the season. 100% KO. Like, what are we doing? Like, everybody's just, I don't get it, chat. I don't get it. Wow, let's stop talking. George says Lewis is faster than you, Charles. Charles says, go away, mate. 10 seconds down the road. Pick up the pace, Charles. Unbelievable drama. Your boy is sweating like a pig. What the hell is going on here? It's far too hot, is what it is. I feel like I've been moaning about cold weather for the longest time, and then it flicks over into summer, and I'm out here struggling. George is a snake, says Dillstar. Flipping Norway. What are we doing here? Dillstar, I've taken a screenshot that 71% of you have Kimi Antonelli for the championship. 9% of you have George. Let's revisit this Dillstar, John. I don't have a crystal ball, but I think people are getting too gassed on Kimi Antonelli. But it's okay. What type of snake? George boring, egocentric says, but snitch snake, bloody no. Called the stewards for throwing equipment on the track. Go on, let's have a look at the Delta Ray. 2.2 seconds. This has got Cota written all over it in 2021. As Max Verstappen goes green. Do you remember when Lewis looked like he had fresher tyres, and it looked like it was an inevitability almost that Lewis Hamilton was going to nobble him at Cota in 2021. And then all of a sudden, in the dying embers, Max Verstappen started pulling time out of his ASS. And that's when your boys started to ask the question whether Max Verstappen could be the next one. It feels a little bit like that to me, although he's lost half a second. Bloody Nora, look at that. Wow, 2 seconds is the delta. Lewis the post-sim. I take exception to this post-sim stuff. He's always going to be rapid in Canada, so I think Canada's a little bit outlier-ish. Anomalous. When you get to a track that you struggle around a little bit, I think it makes sense to be in the sim, Lewis Hamilton or otherwise. But that's just me. Invest in the process, not the outcomes, though. I need Lewis to think of AD21 again now, Morris says. Who is the better angry man, Isaac or George? I don't think George can get angry. Does he not? Why is it so warm? Sudden hot things here. I feel like I'm in the centre of a volcano. Virtual safety car deployed. That will not be good for Max, and that will be brilliant. Actually, no, it's only a virtual safety car. Lewis could deal with a safety car proper, right? Does Max come in the virtual safety car? Osama bin Russell, oh, the humanity. Oh, that would have been I feel like that would have been a race for the ages, and I'm gutted that we didn't get to see it play out properly. George just said, I like my racing here. He did say he likes racing here. George is the kind that doesn't let go of things easily. True T racer. No, I don't know. I think he'll be all right, George. He's got to play his position and come back stronger and faster. Pit. Agile serving his penalty. It's too sweaty in here. I'll be back. Promise. Sir Charles Edward Cheese, the legend that is. I appreciate you, sir, as always. Far too kind, mate. Oh, dear. What did you make of that, Sir Charles? Are you destroying George, as are so many in it? Oh, my gosh. Oscar, what are we doing here? Come on, Oscar. Nobody's so forensic in his overtake. Oh, gosh, Oscar, what are we doing? But sometimes your race is just going bad, right? And you just lose your mind. And breathe. No, Alex didn't know what happened there. He does appear. Has Lewis done no, Lewis hasn't got any closer. I'd say that Max has... No, it's 2 seconds still, only. Hamilton catching Max fast. Maker says George has a pretty good reason to be upset. I'm not sure about Isaac. Sad. I like both kids. I hate to see them so upset. See, that's said as a mature man, Macon, a reasonable human being. but Yasser, blame all the bods that was rooting on George's downfall. Do you know what I mean? Who will now go on to oh my gosh, look at Charles Leclerc, cheeky mistake. Oh my gosh, modern day journey. At least he saved it there, to be fair to you. Last 2 Grand Prix will be cancelled. Good, there is a good possibility of that. 20 race championship. F1 will love that. Because when they look at their year-on-year financial statements, they will be behind. Courtesy of the fact that we've lost 4 Grand Prix. Max 1 second. Oh yeah. No, so Max needs to get Max will need to get on the radio and say, hang on, mate. Max will be on the radio here in a minute. Because Max needs to say, hang on, before the virtual safety car, the gap between me and Lewis was 2 seconds. It is now 1. And there has been no racing. So explain that to me. You know, if he says some serious side, Russell derangement syndrome in the 100%, yes, sir. I don't mind. I mean, root for who you're rooting for, but don't root against yourself if you like racing. Are you happier that George is gone? Like, than you would have been to see a good race, a god tier generational race for another bloody 30 laps. Yeah, what have we done? Look out, everyone. Here we go, loose within a second. Yeah, true. 14 laps remaining. Max might be powerless here. Let's see how Lewis sets this up. I'm keen because he normally treats Max with kid gloves. Is the issue? You remember that time when I asked Lewis, do you treat Max Verstappen differently? It's fast around there. Martin is what it is. Lewis, first ever victory in F1 in 2007. Lewis Hamilton just likes this track. Last of the late breakers. Goes really well around there. Would have been nice to see Kimi beat him, but also I'll take it easy. I would have liked to see, you know, I tell you what, either which way, Kimi winning or George, I would have just loved to see play out. I'm here for good race. I'm here for the racing that we saw in the early running. And I make no apology for that. Let me say this before I forget. I appreciate each and every single one of you, irrespective of whether you're an F1 muggle or an abbot of unreason, for joining me and fact checking me and calling me out on my F1 bull feathers sometimes. Max fan, but F1 fan first. Let's go, Lewis and Max. He beat them, me and you both. Shame this. Oh, I feel like F1 needed this a little bit. It would have been ganked. It would have been so good. Oh, go on then. We might get ourselves. Oh my gosh. Max blocks the inside, and Lewis saw it coming, to be fair. He tried to do a Nigel Mansell, but he was a little bit late. Lewis on Max. No, nothing doing. Set it up, Lewis. Gonna have to set it up, sir. $12 laps remaining. Who have you got, chat? 2021, is that you? 2021 has entered the chat, eh? Huh. How can Lewis be closing the gap? Because he's got a faster car. That Ferrari is rapid, and the Red Bull is not the best. Hamilton is ready and Max knows it. Get him, Lewis. Come on, Cam. What lap are you on? I am on lap 58, mate. It is Max and Lewis trying to save this Grand Prix from Procession out. Oof, Lewis has a cheeky look up. We now have a Macarena party. Very good. I wouldn't be surprised if Max just lets him pass. I would be, Sir John. Max letting Lewis Hamilton pass. Where and when? You must be joking, Sir John. No chance. Alfa Ferrari is fast. Yeah, they are quick. They're quick around here. I think you know what? That they're quick around here bodes really well for them at Monaco. Next time out, where they're always SH1T hot. Would have been very easy for Lewis to follow Max wide, close one. Small mistake from Kimi, and we have Max the chair. No, he won't make a mistake. I don't think Kimi will make a mistake. You need pressure, bust pipes, or something like that. God tier race, he says too much. So Charles Edward Cheese, you're a legend, mate. A proper legend. A proper legend. T minus 11 laps to go. We have ourselves some racing between Sir Lewis, Carl, Davidson, Hamilton. Yeah, but they need to put that track line on the broadcast all the time. Can Max's tyres hold up 10? Oh, need more power, Scotty, says Lewis. Go on and let me know in the chat who you got here, Max or Lewis. I'm British and I hate Woody. That should tell you so. I don't like him, Easy G, either. Hatred is a strong word. I'm not a big... I wouldn't want to go for a drink with George. But he's a bloody good peddler, though, Easy G. So I think your relationship with George is as mine is with Lando. I don't something about Lando makes my skin crawl. But when he's on it, especially, and he's had his Weetabix, the bloody good peddler. Go on then, who you got, chat? Max or Lewis here? Go on and let me take a screenshot of that. Kimi, 72%, yeah? We'll revisit this. I am gonna put this in the Discord and we will revisit, I promise you. Where is Kimi? Gone down the road, cruising to another 25 points, a 45-point lead in the championship. And George Russell now says, can rejoice at all of the aforementioned lack of a good race, 45 points in the drivers, lots to celebrate here, of course. You know what I mean? Lest we wish to be blinkered and narrow my... I suppose it depends. Everybody watches F1 through a different lens, to be fair. Maybe you just want to root on the downfall of your enemies. Some would say that's a legitimate... I just want racing. Go on then. Max is on one now again, isn't he? Goes green, 114.7. I feel like he's just been chilling out for Racecraft. Max, 10 laps drag race. Max managing very well. What's the question for the poll? Who wins this battle? I think this feels like COTA 2021. Hearing Lewis say that it needs more power and seeing Max start to gap him, I think Max has got this under. I think Lewis of 2007 or even Lewis of 2021 maybe, but Lewis of 2026. T Racer says, "Easy G, you would ask George for an autograph if you met him in person." Let's go, T Racer. And true, as I probably would Lando Norris, not Jenson Button, no, never. I'd rather no. I'd rather poke my eyes out than ask Jenson Button for anything. If I was on fire and Jenson Button were about to spit on me, I'd say, "Nah, mate, just leave it alone. Oh, it's all right. It's all right. I'm on my way out anyway, Jenson. Leave me alone." If Jenson were going to get a bucket of water and put me out, I'd tell him to just leave it, mate. I'm all right. The Ferrari doesn't have it. Not even joking. That's very good, T-Race. I don't hate it. T-minus 8 laps left. I'm not asking for everyone for an autograph. That's just not me. Easy, you wouldn't ask Lando? Yes, I'm not having it. I think would I ask Lando for an autograph? I think I'd talk to Lando. I want to talk to Lando for sure. Even though he's not my favourite. 1,000 of you in the chat can currently do me a favour and smash the like. Luce was closer this time. I don't think he's going to do it, Clive. I don't think he's got the appetite to do it. As Antonelli goes purple, just for gusto. Hits and kicks. Look at this, 0.3 is the delta. You're going to have to do something, though. Lewis did it. Did he do it? No, Clive, I don't believe you. Go on, have a word. No. Lewis did it. What? I don't believe it. Oh, yeah, look at that. I haven't seen it. I'm behind on my video as per usual. Oh, he's done it all round the outside. Don't hate it. He nearly had it. He got it done on the straight, didn't he? Fair play, Lewis. I didn't see it. Look at that. I've got to hold some corn there. I didn't think Lewis was going to do it. Gets it done with T-minus 7 laps to go. He needed to get it on the straight, and he did. If he'd have left it to the corner, I think Max would have ushered him out. Fair play, Lou. Bravo, Cha. Rolls back the years. Lewis Hamilton up into second. It wasn't around the outside. I think he got it done like he did in Brazil 2021. He got it done on the straight. I think if you leave it to the turn, Max will nobble you, but he hammer that, says KO. Take it. That was a good overtake. A fist bump and interaction is. I don't hate it, easy. I might be the same, you know, mate. Too much, no bad mid. Put some respect on Sir Lewis's name. Don't hate it. And here goes, and through goes Hamilton. Miami, I think, is the official phrase. Fair play. Look at Lewis's mum clapping as well. That's nice. T-minus 6 laps left. LMN says, Sir Charles, you're an absolute legend. I echo those sentiments and appreciate the support, sir. I owe you an email, Sir Charles. We need to get that ready. I need to get that thing on the go. Someone's going to go to a Grand Prix at some point. Potentially not this year because travel is chaos, but next year someone's going to a Grand Prix, all expenses paid, courtesy of Sir Charles Edward Cheese. I'm going to sort it out. It is important. Lewis in downforce, still better than most people's peak, if you know what I'm saying. Don't hate it, Lion. At the sunset of his career, he's still got... I'll tell you the problem for Lewis if I'm going to play Debbie Downer. So Canada and China and Silverstone will be gangster tracks for Lewis always. But what about the other 19? If we do get another 19, Mama Cameron will be punching the air, mate. You have no idea. Don't even want to talk to her afterwards. She's going to be punching. 5 laps remaining. Go on then. Is Matt's going to get... Oh, no. You're the later days, not too. I know, Clive. I've got Sky Go going on. What's the beef with button? The beef with button is that I think he's a bit of a prat, to be honest. Now, I don't want to talk badly about him, Claudia, but I think he's a bit of a... And listen, I've rubbed shoulders with him personally, and I just think he's a bit... I thought he'd be a legend, but he's a bit of a talk. And again, I've had good friends that I trust rub shoulders with Jensen and say exactly the same, that he's a bit of a prima donna. And engineers who have worked with him say that as soon as he leaves the garage, I mean, oh my gosh, Max is going for it. Look at that cheeky lockup. Say that when Deborah Dowdy's say. It's got to give context there. Say that when they were working with Jensen, 1 week they would be in the canteen with him, breaking bread, and then the next week he'd leave the team and then walk past them as if he didn't know who they were. And those type of people I don't like. Don't even put that vote on there, mate. Like what we did. Jensen Button is a tool. Motus, you're a legend. Thank you for becoming a member. If you are that way inclined, go over to the community tab. I am talking about Button again. Pop-Off said, I was asked, what's the problem with Jensen Button? Now we have ourselves a race between Max Verstappen and Lewis Hamilton. 0.7 is the seconds. The delta. %66% of you right about Jensen Button. I just thought he's absolute. I don't know. You should never meet your heroes, some say, and he's proof positive of that. Delta between Lewis and Max currently sits at 0.9 of a second. Max mistake. He's pressing, isn't he? He wants to get that overtake back, doesn't he? Chill out, Max. He wouldn't. I don't judge till I experience myself. I don't hate it, yes. I've experienced it though myself and heard it firsthand from other people who have. Multiple people. You gotta check your sources right. You always want more than one. And I've got about 3 different. Oh yeah, Chung. I don't know. I don't know. RBR too slow on the turns. Yeah, they lack for downforce points in absolute terms through the turns. The twist is done. Can Oscar scrape P11? I mean, how Well, at least they fixed his car. This is driven brilliantly well. I think we need to get ourselves. Who's the driver of the day? Chat, let me know. T minus 3 laps remaining. 815 of you in the chat. I appreciate each and every single one of you to the moon and back. Oof. Thanks for reminding me, Dustin. What did Dustin say? Oh my gosh. Max, the gap between Max and Lewis, 0.6. 2 laps remaining. I mean, if no, I don't think. Surely Max can't do this. But he's going green. He's trying his best. 0.2 is the delta. Put the camera on Max and Lewis. What's going on here? 0.3 is the delta. Max isn't. Max couldn't. You couldn't do it, could you, Max? No way. No credit where it's due, Jeffrey. About whom? Oh my gosh. How do you like yourself some racing? And now it looks like Lewis's tyres have fallen off a little bit, eh? Half a second. Come on, Max says Ruthie. It's tight between these two. Max will send it, won't he? He won't hesitate. 0.7 is the delta. Haven't seen Kimmy for the last hour. I mean, nobbled, right? Engines turned down. 2021 is that you, says Easy G. Set to too slow. This is the problem. When you get the set, and it is a Jekyll and Hyde type track, remember. Lots of 90-degree low minimum speed turns, set to 1, and the first half of set to 2. And then thereafter, it's all power and straights. Lewis Hamilton gaps to the tune of 1 second. This is going to be an interesting podium. Just happy to see Lewis have a decent weekend around one of his better tracks. It's a good shout, Raybo. Crash Pinto beating mate. Go on, any top 10 as we're in the final lap now. Oh my gosh, Piastri locks up massively. Max within half a tenth of Lewis. I think he'll struggle there. Good racing from Lewis. Oh, he can race still. At the ripe old age of 41, Father Time, undefeated, undisputed, pound for pound, never has lost the round. Happy for Max to get on a putter. True, he's done well, hasn't he? And Lewis, to be fair. No. Go on, any runners and riders? As we're on our final lap. 800 of you watching concurrently. Do me a favour, if you like the stream, then like the stream. Antonelli leads from Lewis Hamilton. 10.7 seconds is your delta. Verstappen in third. Rounds out your podium from Charles Leclerc. Hajar, Colapinto. Wow. Colapinto in sixth, yeah. Fair play. Lawson, Gasly eighth. Sainz and Behrman rounds out your podium positions. Interesting. McLaren biggest leaders, right? Flipping no. Fortune favours the brave sometimes, eh? Or not. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of Jensen as a man, as a human. Or, oh, chill out, Kimmy. Has he gone faster? Yeah, he went fastest. Look at that. He just likes being fast, doesn't he, Kimmy? Soto, a sort of a shameful smile. Lewis makes it across that through goes Hamilton. Bravo, Crofty. Well done. In second, Max Verstappen takes podium. The final step of the podium. 44, baby. Yeah, Jeffrey. Fair play. Celebration time, man. Now, fair play to Lewis. He's deserved that. He's been brilliant all weekend. For I should be looking at Colapinto rather than, but behave yourself, Arc Fader. How very dare you? No. I think Behrman's offers more promise. That's tough for George. I don't disagree. Matt's fan, but Lewis surely was driver of the day. Don't hate that, Cindy. I'd go with that for sure. Bravo, Lewis. Get your lunch money back. Let's go, OG. Cindy. I appreciate you, mate. Oof. Thanks to the stream, T-Racer. You're a legend, T-Racer. I appreciate you, mate. Hamilton 20 seconds ahead of Shah. Insane. Orion, you're a legend. Thank you for the support. This has been a race. I'm still sad, chat. I'm not going to lie to you that we didn't get ourselves a race for the first place for 30. Oh, look at that. Kimmy says not the way that I wanted to win. Fair. Oh, gosh, we'll take it. Fair play, Kimmy. Not the way I wanted to win. It was going to be a good race. Listen, I would have liked to see two potential future GOATs go at it. Lewis Hamilton. Macon, you're a legend. Lewis, I honour you and Max for clean racing true. Make a job this weekend. Oof. Grazie a tutti, says Sir Lewis. No, he was all right still. He was all right. He's done well. Simi's poop. I mean, you don't always need it if you're Sir Lewis and you're racing around Canada. Do you know what I mean? But it could get techie at another track. Kaori, you're a legend. I appreciate Kaori got the Lewis Hamilton visa, but I don't hate it. He's done well. He has done well. I didn't think he'd be able to get round Max, but he wasn't. He wasn't messing about. Bloody not. It's hotter than the hottest substance ever known to man in here, I'm telling you. Matt's carried that car beyond his capabilities, as did Lewis, to be fair. Right, chat. I will be back in a couple of minutes with a cheeky reaction video. That was chaos. I'm going to go and watch the bloody podium. Oh, what could have been, chat? I feel like this could have catapulted F1 to the forefront in a way that the kind of N24 did last season. I just think it would have been gangster. Anyway, I digress. Peter wins a video tomorrow, I promise. Right, we'll get techier than techie things, as always. We go again in another 15-20 minutes once I've dissected for the reaction video. You guys are legends. I appreciate you to the moon and back. I am sweating buckets out here. I hope you enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Half decent race. Is F1 back? Therefore, maybe between now and next time. Tough sleep. Tough sleep. Too much. Just nearly there. It would have been a gangster race. But I digress. You guys will be legends one and all. Between now and next time, may all your sectors. In fact, OG Zilla, you're a legend. Charles, absolute legendary. Generosity as always. May come to Liam, Matt. I appreciate each and every Safak. I appreciate every single one of you to the moon and back. Between now and next time, may all your sectors be purple.